No. No. Derek says. I don't know. Hollywood. I don't know, honestly. No.
People, you have 10 minutes, so don't push. Could I have a rotation of photographers, please? All you people in the front get back. Let the people in the back up. Sir, it's time to rotate towards the back, please.
I'd just like to simplify things a little by suggesting that the two gentlemen with the roving mics select the questioners rather than me, because they can move around faster. So if you want to ask a question, please draw the attention of one of the two roving microphone men.
My question concerns money. I was wondering if you still have an arrangement with the U.S. Internal Revenue Department to pay your taxes to England through them. Another part of the question is, how much money have you grossed in your current U.S. tour, and is it true that you lost?
We don't know.
Money's got nothing
we don't
to
know
do
about
with
that.
us.
We don't do the money side of it, you know. Brian does that.
And we don't particularly worry about it.
Tell us what we get in the end.
The tax thing.
We pay tax and things, but we don't know how much or how much we've made or anything, you know, because if we were going to worry about that, we'd be nervous wrecks by now.
I'd like to direct this question to Messrs. Lennon and McCartney. In a recent article, Time magazine put down pop music, and they referred to Day Tripper as being about a prostitute, and Norwegian Wood as being about a lesbian. Now, I just wanted to know what your intent was when you wrote it, and what your feeling is about the Time magazine criticism of the music that is being written today.
We were just trying to write songs about prostitutes and lesbians, that's all.
Quick ring.
Do you have any plans?
Cut.
Do you have any plans
You
to
can't use it on
work
the air,
separately in the future?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Yes. Will you be working separately in the future? Or together?
It's all together, probably.
Together? John Lennon, aren't you doing a picture alone?
Yeah, but I mean, that's only in the holiday bit, you know,
I see.
in between Beatles.
Fred Paul from KASK. First of all, I'd like to say hi to you all again. It's really good to see you. And so,
Go on, Brad.
I'd like to ask a question that you've never been asked before. What are you going to do when the bubble bursts?
Go for it.
You know, that's a personal in-joke. He used to ask it at every press conference we went to keep the party going.
Do you think we'll have another tour again next year?
Could be Fred, could be Brian does that.
Thank you very much.
He does a lot of it,
Fred.
Outside in Hollywood tonight, you had to arrive in an armored truck, and the truck was swarmed by adoring fans. What is the situation wherever you go? Do you ever have an opportunity to walk out in the street without being recognized, or can you walk into a theater to see a movie by yourself?
If you go when the lights are down.
We can do that in England. It's easier in England than it is here. And it's mainly because we know England better.
It'd also be easier to do it if we were on tour, you know. Because we're on tour, people know where we are, that's why we have a crowd.
We can do that in England. It's easier in England than it is here. And it's mainly because we know England better.
It'd also be easier to do it if we were on tour, you know. Because we're on tour, people know where we are, that's why we have a crowd.
Paul?
Sorry.
Many of the top artists and musicians in the pop field today, I said the Beatles have been a major influence in their music. Are there any other artists who have an important influence on you?
Oh yes, nearly everyone. You know, we pinch as much from other people as they pinch from us. You know.
Is it possible to raise the level on both of the roving microphones, please?
The boys were a little deaf.
Ringo. Ringo. Oh.
Aye.
Ringo, do you carry wall pictures of your baby with you?
No.
No? Why?
Why not?
I don't carry photos of anything, you know.
You can remember.
You know.
May I ask about the song Eleanor Rigby? What was the motivation or inspiration for that?
2 queers.
John, did you ever...
2 barrow boys.
Oh, this is getting disgusting. What?
John, did you ever meet Cass of the Mamas and Papas?
Yes, and she's great. And I'm seeing her tonight.
Good.
Yes, she's good.
Have you ever trained or used Beatle doubles as decoys?
No. We tried to get Brian Epstein to do it. He wouldn't do it.
Ringo, one question. How much did you contribute to What Goes On? And are you contributing to any other Lennon-McCartney compositions?
About 5 words to What Goes On, and I haven't done a thing since.
I'd like to address this to John and Paul. You write a lot of stuff that other people steal from you and also purchase from you in different arrangements, Ella Fitzgerald and a lot of these Boston Pops and stuff like that. When you listen to this on the radio or records and stuff, how do you feel about them using their pieces and changing them around to suit their styles?
Depends how they do it, you know.
The thing is, they don't steal it.
No, I know that.
Well, you just said they did.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, you know, it's, once we've done a song and it's published, anyone can do it. So, you know, whether we like it or not depends on whether they've done it to our taste. You know,
well, then let's ask it this way. Who do you think does it the best, the Beatles songs?
Us.
Who?
Us.
Oh.
For those of us that have followed your career from the early days of Liverpool and Hamburg, and the pride in you being awarded the MBE, and the dismay at the unwarranted adverse publicity of late, the question is, individually, what has been your most memorable occasions, and what has been the most disappointing?
Well, you know, there's so many.
I think Manila was the most disappointing.
Yeah. And the most exciting is yet to come.
Gentlemen?
Maybe the most disappointing.
Gentlemen, there was quite a laugh when you went on the stock market with your stock. How is your stock doing?
Fine, thank
well,
you.
it went down, but it's coming up again.
It's gone
went down.
It's the same as any other stock, you know.
It goes down every time, and the LPs drop out. They all think they're buying bits of records.
All of you. Leonard Bernstein likes your music. How do you like Leonard Bernstein?
Very good. He's, you know, great.
One of the greatest.
I'd like to direct this question to George Harrison, if I may.
What's your new address?
George, before you left England, you made a statement that you were going now to America to be beaten up by Americans. Do you mean to say in so many words that you feel that the American fan is more a hostile fan?
No, not at all.
Or a more enthusiastic?
Actually, I said that when we arrived back from Manila. They said, what are you going to do next? And I said, we're going to rest up before we go and get beaten up over there. Merely beaten up is just... really, we just get sort of shoved around a bit. Jostled around in cars and planes. So, you know, that's all it is.
Well, you think that's more an enthusiastic fan than a hostile fan, would you say?
I think there's definitely more enthusiastic fans.
But if anyone beat us up, it's not the fans, is it?
Yeah, the fan thing, I think they proved it themselves, you know, after this. We found out that there are a lot of fans who are great. And all the ones we lost, I think, we don't really mind anyway. Because if they can't make up their minds, who needs them?
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the your image, the image scrimmage, and I'll direct this to anybody. How has your image changed since '63? Is it a little more? Is it the same?
An image is how you see us, so you know you can only answer that.
You're the only one that knows.
Who's that? Oh,
it's you.
Oh,
you.
Well, no, I want to get your opinion. Is it a little tarnished now? Is it more realistic, or what would you say it is? I know, I have my opinion,
We haven't
but...
got any tags for our opinion.
We can't tell you our image, you know. We can only... Our image is what we read in the newspapers, and that's the same as you read, you know. I mean, we know our real image, which is nothing like our image.
Forget it.
And what I meant to say was,
I like take 2 bricks.
Who is the young man with the lengthy haircut to your right rear?
Right rear.
It's good old Dave, isn't it?
Where is he?
That's
Who is it?
Dave from the Birds, a mate of ours. Your hoy mateys.
Shy,
Do
shy.
you ever plan to record in the United States, and why haven't you yet?
We tried, actually, but it was a financial matter. Bit of trouble over that one. No, we tried, but it didn't come
Internal
off.
politics.
Hush, hush.
Dice.
Mr. Lennon, is it true you're planning to give up music for a career in the field of comparative religion?
No. Is that another of the jokes going on?
I'm sure you've all heard of the many beetle burnings and beetle bonfires. And I was wondering, do you think American girls are fickle?
All girls are fickle.
Well, the photos we saw of them were a sort of middle-aged DJs and 12-year-olds burning a pile of LP covers.
This question is directed to Paul and John. You have written quite a few numbers for Peter and Gordon, and I understand they don't like it because they think that it's you writing the song that makes it popular. Do you plan to write any more songs for them?
They, you know, if we write songs for, they ask us to write songs for them if we do it. I mean, they don't mind it. They like it, but it's... People come up and say, we see you just getting in on the Lennon-McCartney bandwagon. That's why they did that one with our names not on it, woman. Because everyone sort of thinks that's the reason they get hits. It's not true, really.
Gentlemen, what do you think would happen to you four if you came to an appearance without the armored truck and without police?
We'd get in a lot easier.
We wouldn't make it. We couldn't do it.
It depends, you know. Sometimes we could have easily made it much better without the armored truck. But today, probably we wouldn't.
You think you'd be physically harmed?
Oh, yeah, probably.
What do you think?
Yes, I think so.
Could be.
Gentlemen, the New York Times Magazine of Sunday, July 3, carried an article by Maureen Cleave, which she quotes the Beatles, not by name, as saying, "Show business is an extension of the Jewish religion." Would you mind amplifying that?
I said that to her as well. No comment.
Oh. Come on, John. Tell me what you mean.
I mean, you can read into it what you like, you know. It's just a little old statement. It's not very serious, you know.
Paul, are you getting married? And if so, to who?
Oh, they're probably getting married, yes. But I mean, I don't know when. I've got no plans and things.
I want to make these the last 3 questions.
John? I was wondering, under what condition did you write "in his own right"? That's sort of wild, those kicky words. I mean, how did you, you know, piece them together?
I don't know.
And do you have any more books coming?
Well, yes, and I can't answer that. You know, it's just the way it happens.
Any more books coming?
I didn't think that, how can I do this?
Sit down and get like an author.
Just like an author.
John.
I hope so, you know.
John?
I don't know, it'll never be the same.
I understand there's a suit pending against the Beatles by Peter Best, who claims to be a former member of the Beatles. Is that true? Was he once a former?
I think he's had a few, but we don't bother with those.
Is this the last question? Are all of your news conferences like this?
No.
Well,
that's not the last
I'm talking about all of the reporters or would-be reporters or semi-reporters that show up. Are you besieged by these kind of people throughout the tours that you travel here in the United States?
You can't always tell the would-be's from the real thing.
This is only the beginning. This 60s bit was just a sniff that the 60s was just waking up in the morning, you know, and we haven't even got to dinner time yet. And I can't wait, you know, I just can't wait. I'm so glad to be around. And it's just going to be great, and there's going to be more and more of us, and whatever you're thinking there, Mrs. Grundy of South Birmingham-on-Toast, you know, you don't stand a chance. A, you're not going to be there when we're running it, and B, you're going to like it when you get less frightened of it, you know, and it's going to be wonderful, and I believe it. And, of course, we all get depressed, and down about it. But when I'm down, or when John and Yoko's down, Desmond will be up, or somebody else will be up. There's always somebody carrying the flag and beating the drum, you know. So they, whoever they are, don't stand a chance, because they can't beat love, because all those old bits from religion and that about love being all-powerful is true, you know.